Hello and welcome to our 2026 Pitt Football Spring Special. We're on the campus of the University of Pittsburgh in the Peterson Event Center right next to the all-new Victory Heights Arena, which will be the home of Pitt Gymnastics, Wrestling, and of course the perennial power, Pitt Volleyball. Jason Earl alongside the All-American Dorian Dickerson have a great show over the next hour. Going to take a deep dive into Pitt football spring season, and we'll also get a chance to meet the 4 new position coaches with some mic'd up features.
That's right, and our colleague Pat Bostic, who loves X's and O's, he has 2 new film breakdowns with 2 returning starters. Love to see it.
And Dorian also had the chance to catch up with Pitt's head strength and conditioning coach, Michael Stacchiotti. But first, let's go across the river to our colleague, Missy Matthews, with head coach Pat Narduzzi.
Coach Narduzzi, I always enjoy our annual spring football talk. What has it been like for this season of spring football, and what do you consider it, like the appetizer to the season, or what is it exactly?
I would say it's an appetizer to the season, Missy. We've had a great spring. Really happy with the 15 days we've had. It's a little bit different than last year just because the transfer portal closes. We have spring ball, and then there is no other transfer portal. So what you have right now is what you're going to have in the fall. So really happy with where we finished after 15 practices.
What were some of the goals that you set out for the team to achieve, and how did you go about getting there?
The biggest one for me as the head coach is just the knowledge. I mean, I think you go through spring ball, and everybody thinks it's about how fast, how tall you are, how much you weigh. But on the football field, there's so many things that mentally you have to get done. Those smarter players negate your speed, size, and all those intangibles that you have. So I think that's the main thing, is really just having a smarter football team when we walk out of spring, that we're able to execute things better on day 15 than you are on day 1, 2, and 3.
15 practice in. Hell of a spring, guys. We got good work in. We got good tape to watch. We know where we are right now. We know what we got to do all during this summer, what we got to do in fall camp. That makes sense? Okay?
Sure.
In terms of the new coaches that you have on staff this year, obviously Corey Sanders, you knew him. He just got promoted. But how has that been integrating them with the existing coaching staff that was already here?
I think it's always great when you have a new staff. We have 4 new members, and obviously Corey Sanders, who has been here for a while, so he knows what's going on. He's just calling the plays every day and organizing it. Just to have someone new doing it with some new ideas as far as schematically what we want to do and how we want to do it. I'll talk about Mike Prefer, our special teams coordinator, brings a wealth of experience from the National Football League, 21 years in the league. And the thing that stands out about him is he's a great teacher. He comes along with his son, who's been a special teams coordinator at the collegiate level as well. So we've got probably the best 1-2 tandem in that room that you can imagine. On offense, new tight ends coach Brent Davis brings coordinator experience to that room. I think that's important. He's developed those guys. I think they're going to be better blockers because he has O-line experience, and obviously he can teach the passing game. So I think we're excited as far as what we have there. Going to the defense side of the ball, 2 new coaches. Lose Ryan Manlack to a coordinator job with UConn, and happy for him and his family. But to be able to bring in Joe Bowen, came from Buffalo, has done an unbelievable job. He's so smart, he picks up our defense so fast. And then Harlan Barnett, a guy that I've had a long career with, just an unbelievable football coach. So we really gained a lot of coaching experience with the new staff.
In terms of your offensive coordinator and just the offense in general, is there anything you want to see tweaked or changed as you head into the season?
There's new stuff that Cade Bell wants to get in offensively. We're probably going a little bit faster tempo than we have in the past. It all starts with that quarterback, and Mason's had a great spring. We're excited about really a 3rd-year coordinator. I mean, I've only had 1 in my 11 previous seasons, and that 3rd season ended up being a championship season. So we're hoping 3 years is a charm there.
Talk about some of the other guys on offense that fans would want to know about and how they've done this spring.
The quarterback, I mean, there's a battle at that number 2. I mean, I think Holden, probably the biggest grasp at this point after 15. I wouldn't have said that after 11 or 12 practices, but he can operate the offense at a high level right now, and he's still got a ways to go to get where we want him to be. Blue Hicks has had a great spring as well. Boosie Turner's explosive. I mean, the fans are going to love what they saw a year ago, but they're going to love him at about 195 pounds. He's physical. Lavelle Wright, a tailback that we got transferred in. He's a big 215-pound tailback. So we feel like that gives us another element to the run game. Max Hunt's done a great job for us at tight end. We got 2 other tight ends that are going to play a lot or start a lot, whatever it may be. But Carson Kent has done a nice job transferring in here, as well as Elijah Lag. Those 3 guys will be carrying the most reps there at the tight end spot.
And what about on the defensive side of the ball? Who are some guys that really stood out to you?
Top 5 guys with Fitzsimmons inside. He'll lead the way inside with Nick James, who's had a great spring as well. But at defensive end, we have 3 stars, in my opinion: Jaden Moore, Jimmy Scott, and Ghost Isaiah Neal. Those are the guys that you saw the most out of, and there's some competition going behind them. We got a transfer D tackle in Jeremiah Warren, who I think is going to be really good. Probably the biggest surprise, I think, maybe be at the linebacker spot. I think we landed 2 really good outside linebackers in Alex Sanford and DeMarco. They've come into this defense and almost take it to another level. I really like the physicalness right now. I mean, you got Lovelace returning, which we know is good. And Jeremiah Marcelin had a heck of a spring and finished with a great spring game.
In terms of offense and defense, the line, big guys up front, has that been more of a turning point in terms of what you guys are looking for and just how you're building these units?
Our starting offensive line is pretty much set, besides the kid Natino Oliveira, who transferred in from Penn. Really smart kid, and he's really a heck of a spring. So up front, we feel really good. Our O-line, those top 7 guys, I think are really good. I'm really excited coming out of spring with that. And then our D-line, I think we've got pretty much a good 2 deep.
In terms of the secondary, who are some guys that stood out to you?
Cruz Brookins, I mean,
Yeah.
he had an outstanding spring. I think he's the leader of our defense right now. He'll come out and make some big plays, and better buckle up your chin strap and be ready to go when Cruz is there. Gary Ayer had a heck of a spring at the field safety spot. Alan Bryan is working his tail off to get some reps in there as well. And near the end of spring ball, we kind of toyed with Sean Lee playing a little bit of safety as well. And he's pretty special, but he's just a great football player, so
Right.
it makes sense that he could play back there. And then as far as corner, I feel like we've got 5 or 6 corners that really can play for us. You know, Shadarian Harrison has had a great spring. Sean Murray's played well, got a lot better than he was a year ago. Kanye has really played well at corner. So we've got more guys that we can put in the game that can give us meaningful reps and help us win football games.
We have to talk about special teams, specifically the kicking position. What has that been like, having a live kicking competition of not knowing who your guy's going to be?
Yeah, I mean, we got competition going on at the punter spot and the kicker spot, and this will probably go into the fall as far as who that guy will be. I think we did a fantastic job of recruiting and getting the right guys here. I think that room has gelled. Coach Prefer and Coach Prefer, the 2 Prefers, I really think we're more talented at the kicker position than we were a year ago. And then at punter with Gabe and Kamen, those 2 guys are competing. And I think probably Gabe may have the upper hand right now because he gets that ball out of his hand faster. We're going to find out what happens when fall camp comes around.
Right, which seems like it's not that far away. In terms of the transfer portal, it's a taboo word sometimes, but you guys have done a really good job of bringing in guys when you need to and having them succeed here at Pitt. What has been maybe the secret sauce to that?
I think we lost maybe 16 guys in the portal, which is near the bottom of the ACC. I think that's important to mention. And I think the key is evaluation. We spend a lot of time on evaluating not only the physical talent, but who are you getting? Who are they as people? And we brought in 17 transfers, so we're bringing the right guys in that fit us, and I think it's been really good.
11 years going into year 12. What do you think about your time here and being one of those coaches that has stayed for a long time and had success?
I'm fortunate to be here, going into year 12. It's not easy, but I think the one thing you want as a head football coach is to get a job somewhere that you can stay. But to be able to stay, you got to be able to win. And you have to have the support from the chancellor all the way down. And I always said this, when I took my head job, it was a job that I wanted to stay on. I don't have an agent out there. I don't need to shop around. I'm worried about Pitt football and making it the best it can be.
Do you have any favorite memories or anything when you just quickly think back to some of the earlier days?
Well, favorite memories are some of those big wins, those top 25 wins, but the best one is winning that championship in 2021. That's a highlight of every coach's goals, I guess. But the next one is we got to get into the playoffs. So it's a championship again, and getting into the playoffs, that's the ultimate one.
All right, thanks, Coach. Appreciate your time as
Thank you,
always.
Missy. Appreciate it. Hail to Pitt.
know a little bit about the Pitt football program, but there were a lot of things I didn't know. Just getting here every day, walking through the building, I learned something new about Pitt football. The 9 national championships, 11 guys in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. It's just such a privilege and an honor to be a part of this place. And if there's an award given out in college football, we got a copy of it.
Tight ends are over here. Let's go, let's go, let's go. See how we eat it now, Mason? Hey, it's got to be more violent. Through him, right? Not to him.
I'm relationship-based, where I'm going to get to know the people that I'm working with and hopefully develop a trust in there. And so I think that maybe when you tell them something they don't necessarily want to hear, they know it's coming from the right place.
You're going to step vertical, he's inside of you, right? What I can't do is step out. If he's inside of me, if I go dead vertical, I had enough to do that and then expand, okay?
But I'm going to be vocal and to the point and probably talking the entire practice from the time we get onto the field until the time we come off. There will probably won't be a time where I'm not talking.
Accelerate into contact. Better, Adam. Got to be lower, though.
As far as what we're trying to accomplish, it's all of it. But right at the ground floor of it is just ownership of how we operate in the offense. And then fundamentals in the springtime. Base fundamentals that'll show up again and again and again in the run game or the passing game.
Hey, by that point, if I have to kick him, he'll puncture it inside, okay? It's fine.
And then I think the last piece of it for me is hopefully developing a culture within this room, a competitive edge.
Hey, I want you to strike through him, right? Let's go.
We got 3 new guys and then 3 guys that have been here. I think they've really done a great job of kind of bonding together.
Jack's on 2. 1, 2, Jack.
Just developing that competitive edge both within the group and then hopefully seeing it as part of our role as a tight end unit to set the standard for effort and the way we go about things for the rest of the offense.
Looking forward to Coach Davis in his first season with the Panthers, and who better to talk to about tight ends than you, Doran?
Yeah, I mean, hopefully this unit can step up this year. Very demanding position. Needs somebody to step up to be that starter, but there's a lot of guys that are hungry for that opportunity.
And the wide receivers bringing back a nice group of returners with some newcomers as well.
Blue Hicks, Sincere Lee coming off an injury. Nice to have some veteran presence. Malik Knight, a transfer from Western Carolina, knows Cade Bell's offense, can fly, can run down the field and catch the ball over the top. So some nice pieces to the puzzle for the receiver room. Maybe some young guys can step up.
And it all starts with the guy who's throwing them the ball. Pitt has returning quarterback Mason Heinchel. Pat Bostic sat down with him in our newest edition of Film Focus.
All right, Mason, you remember this play?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm not going to lie, I had the biggest smile on my face because, I knew we were scoring this play. Great execution by our guys up front. Blue winning off the line and making a great play. Kind of just made my job easy, just put it out there and let him go win, and that's exactly what he did.
But you're watching that field safety. At what point do you know you're throwing the post?
I think eyes right here. As soon as I hit, probably that last step, he kind of sat there, and you just got to trust my guy to go win. I'm kind of trying to hold the boundary safety, too, just to make sure he's not robbing backside. That was such a key play to this game, kind of just putting the dagger in him. And, there's no better feeling than throwing an 85-yard touchdown. And so you kind of just give kudos to the man that called it.
Heinchel going to sail it down the field. There's a man open. He's on the dead run. It's Blue Hicks. Touchdown.
This is the point in the year you guys play Syracuse, pre-snap here, 3rd down situation. You feeling man-to-man?
Yes, sir. Absolutely. You see the guy kind of come across the field. When he comes in motion, that safety rolling down over Dez, we know we got a man look here, and we kind of got a lot of that this game. So, we weren't surprised to see that look, even though it was pretty early in the game so far.
You kind of feel that parting of the Red Sea, right?
Oh,
that's the perfect description for it right here, because you got 2 crossers, and they scatter.
100%. We're kind of looking downfield with man. We had more of a crossing pattern concept with this, trying to take a shot downfield. We get that pressure up the middle, and eyes kind of come down, looking at Dez, but make that first guy miss and take off and go make a play.
How do you incorporate this little number? You do this all the time.
Yeah, I think that was something that I really got from high school. Not to throw a little shade at the guys back in Oregon, but this kind of happened a lot when I was in high school. And so to have those kind of free rushers, trying to unhitch the trailer a little bit and try and get in the end zone, and that's exactly what happened. So we were very fortunate to be able to make a play out of that.
Big rush. He's going to run right down the middle. He's got the first down and more. 25, 20, 15, 10, into the end zone for the 36-yard scamper, Mason Heinchel.
You got this bunch look going. Talk me through what you're thinking going into this play call.
This was more of a game plan play that Coach Bell came up with earlier in the week. We get the 2 high look that we were kind of hoping for. First read's looking at Pop on that corner. You feel that corner getting a lot of depth down there. Also trying to kind of look off that boundary safety. If he's kind of the clear player there, Justin does a great job of creating separation right there and being patient, and then also a great job up front, too, with the protection.
Heinzel off play action. Over the middle, it's caught. It's a touchdown.
You're down here on a goal line situation. There's a lot going on. Is your mindset, I'm giving this till I'm not?
Yeah, you know, this is one of those plays where it's kind of game plan-ish. There was a thought in the back of my mind, like, hey, like, make sure that this guy is staying put, and if he's not, you got to be ready to keep this ball. That DN crashes really hard, and it just makes my job really easy, especially with Pop flying out into the flat and his guy going with him. It was such a great feeling after that, walking up into the student section and all of them kind of talking. Just a great feeling to put that ball in the end zone and extend our lead a little bit.
Heinzel will keep it and walk into the touchdown.
And he did the Kenny Pickett layup into the end zone there. It's not going to get any louder on the road than the 3rd and 11 in a 7-7 game in the first quarter at Florida State. And they're showing you sim pressure here. They're saying, we're going to make this young pup think we're pressuring him. We're going to bail out, and he's going to throw a pick. You almost start to run here. But then if you don't start to run, he stays right there.
Yep.
So you threaten this guy by running. Tell me about the sidearm. I mean,
yeah.
Is this baseball?
Yes, 100%. And you know,
Because your dad was a pretty good player.
Yep. I think I kind of got that from him growing up playing baseball. Sometimes my dad would be a little frustrated with that, but sometimes you just got to be able to make a play and kind of just do it on the fly.
Heinzel steps up and delivers a strike from first down.
This combines about everything that we talked about earlier. The mobility, the hesitation move you have.
We get this walk up, kind of looks like a zero look. I remember specifically on this play, I'm motioning Pop over, take a peek at the play clock, and you know we're down to about 2 or 3 seconds.
Which isn't normal
100%
for you guys.
100%. And so you know, I'm kind of freaking out, like, hey, we got to get over here, hurry up, and get pressure off the edge. Dez kind of breaks it off hot, and luckily was able to kind of give another basketball shot fake and get him in the air just a tad to get him out of his lane and either take off or just make a play and you know keep my eyes downfield as best as I can.
I mean, you throw this thing 30 yards in the air.
Yeah, this one was a little awkward for sure.
It's a little awkward, but you make it look routine, and it's just a huge play in the game.
Big rush, he gets out of there, he starts running to his left, looks for the end zone, and that is a touchdown for the Panthers.
What's next level look like from your standpoint for you?
Kind of just being quieter in the pocket and you know having calmer feet, trusting that our guys are gonna make a play up front or make a play outside, and that's the next step to playing at an elite level and helping us score even more points.
I appreciate your time, Mason.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, man.
Panthers thrilled to have Mason Heinzel back at quarterback, but Doran, of course, an offense needs much more than just a quarterback to succeed. What are some of the keys for the offense this year?
Running back position. Ja'Carrion Turner's a year older. He had a pretty good freshman year last year. You are losing Des Reed to the NFL, so somebody else is going to have to be that complement to Ja'Carrion Turner, maybe a Lavelle Wright, maybe a Justin Cook, but running back is the position that needs to step up this year. That can't get going unless the offensive line gets going. Kendall Stanley won the Ed Conway Award, which is the best and most improved player in the spring, so hopefully he can be a big contributor to this offensive line.
And so the anchor and one of the mainstays on that offensive line is Ryan Baer. He also has an interesting hobby. Let's take a look.
You know, with football, it's a little chaotic, especially being an O-lineman. I've been in Oakland for about 5 years now, and this is the first time I've ever been to Phipps. Doing photography, you're able to kind of just escape from the reality. You're able to walk in nature and explore the world and just kind of just be at peace for a little bit. I got involved in photography a couple of years ago. It's something that I always wanted to do as a kid. I've always loved animals, and once I got to college, it was one of the first things I did. Being in Pittsburgh and mostly Ohio, it's really just birds and squirrels. Like there isn't much, but you know, just walk in the park and just look for anything I can find, really. '25 was a great year. Florida State, we played on my birthday, and then, you know, it was Mason's first away start. And just, you know, being a hostile environment and come back and win like that was a pretty cool experience. Georgia Tech was an amazing game. You know, going in against a ranked opponent away, people were doubting us, and especially as an O-line, people didn't think we could run the ball. So to be able to go in there and we ran for over 200 yards and we dominated them up front in the run game, you know, I was proud of my guys.
170, buries that defensive end, opens a massive hole up for Boozy Turner.
Spring has been really good. You know, the young guys from last year have really started to step it up and become their own players. I feel like we have a great team around us. Coach Bell has brought in a lot of guys that fit our scheme well, so I just feel like we have a really good shot this year. Being here 5 years, I'm a little more comfortable speaking up and being more vocal.
Fly around, have fun, compete every drill. Let's make this a great spring. Let's go.
People look up to me now, just like lead by example. You know, it's a different role for me for sure.
We are passionate about serving young people and helping them be the best versions of themselves. 97 has become one of the best versions of himself. He is joining an elite group of individuals and of Pitt men who have represented this university and this community incredibly well. Tonight and then tomorrow we get to celebrate Aaron and all that he has done.
That's where it's gonna be at, huh? Wow.
What a scene mid-November for a high-stakes game where some of the greatest legends ever to play this sport called home. Marino, Fitzgerald, Hugh Green, Mark May, and Aaron Donald, who will have his jersey retired today.
This man right here is the best football player that has ever come through the University of Pittsburgh. Aaron Donald.
A lot of good memories, remembering the plays I made, the games I played in on this field. I just had me a helmet and shoulder pads on the sideline just in case, right? So.
The city of Pittsburgh was showcased in a beautiful way all morning. There's a bunch of Yinzers excited. There's potentially some people shirtless in this stadium about to go absolutely crazy. And that is just
You thought Aaron Donald was done? He just made another tackle.
And now, welcome to the field, Aaron Donald.
Wow, a hometown kid back in Pittsburgh. I can't thank the University of Pittsburgh enough for this. My family, my friends, my loved ones, everybody here. Hard work pays off, man, and hell to Pitt forever.
And what a weekend that was for Aaron Donald and Pitt football. Nobody more deserving of that recognition.
Oh, no doubt. I mean, proud Pitt man. He's from Western Pennsylvania, Penn Hills, loves Pitt and always gives back and is very accessible as well.
Yeah, and of course we know about his legendary workouts, a guy who lives by the motto, hard work pays off.
And that all starts in the weight room. And I had a chance to sit down with strength and conditioning coach Mike Stacchiotti. Pitt Ironworks. I'm here with head strength and conditioning coach Mike Stacchiotti. Coach Stack is what they call you. This is where it all starts, man. How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. How about yourself?
I'm doing great, doing great. Year 7 for you as the head strength and conditioning coach for the Pitt football team. How's it been so far? Can you remember back whenever you started here?
Yeah, so year 7, it's insane. First year was a COVID year, drinking through a fire hose for the first year. Each year, it's always adapting, always evolving, and it's a blessing.
Weight training wise, what is your overall philosophy?
I always steal Buddy Morris's quote when he said, philosophies are for philosophers. We have an eclectic method of training. Everything we do is backed by a principle of strength and conditioning, exercise science. So there's 1,000 different methods you can do. As long as it's backed by principle, you should get the results you're looking to achieve. Ultimately, we're trying to prepare the athletes for the demand of the sport by their position. You have a quarterback that's a throwing athlete, you have to train him to do such. Generally, the closer to the ball you get, the more strength dominant you are. Skill guys have to run all day, so we have to prepare them for that.
How much have you seen that change over the years? Like, I remember in high school, we all were lifting the same. Quarterbacks to punters to linebackers, we're all doing the same lifts.
The big driver is obviously the development of sports science and the utilization of the technologies available now. It's becoming a lot more specific. You have the objective measures to obtain the goals, so you're not just subjectively saying somebody's getting stronger, they got a better bench, they got a better squat. So we're training strength, speed strength, explosiveness, absolute strength, and having the objective measure of the bar speed to know that we're doing our job. The principles haven't changed much, just the methodology behind it has advanced, and I think that's a testament to the growth in the field.
Now, whenever I was here, I think we had like one Gatorade machine. You can go around here, you have the different supplements, you have protein shakes, you have the hydration station.
Remember back in the day too, like it used to be a punishment, like no water break.
Right, no water break.
That doesn't exist
Yeah,
anymore.
right.
'Cause as much as you train, you have to replenish because it's stimulus recovery adaptation. You're breaking down the body, you have to rebuild it. That's how gains are made. You don't just work out and get better. You have to recover from the workout and the work imposed on the body to get those gains.
So say like during the season last year, you see Ja'Carrion Turner, who's a freshman, probably like 18 years old. All right, we know that he's gonna get older, he's gonna mature, he's probably naturally gonna gain some weight, but you're like, if he put on like 12 pounds for next season, he's gonna be a beast.
Yeah, you always think about the growth potential of a guy, but then you also have to use the objective measures of the body scanning, the strength metrics, all of that to see where they can progress and making sure we're doing it in the right way so we're not robbing Peter to pay Paul, just putting on size to look good in a picture on spring break or something, you know?
I mean, if you're slapped up, you gotta show it a little bit, right?
As long as they give me credit for it.
Yeah, of course they will. Of course they'll give you credit. I've heard you multiple times give credit to Buddy Morris. He was a strength coach whenever I was here, one of the best strength coaches of all time. Can you explain kind of what he has meant to your career as a strength coach?
So I always knew of Buddy. I always loved Buddy's stuff, and it clicked with me really well, just kind of the background. I think there's something unique to Western Pennsylvania, Northeast Ohio, the training styles. Daily, I'm trying to do some type of research, trying to read something. That's something Buddy challenge strength coaches to do every day, read something.
I remember he had 1,000 books back there.
I got books back in my
I
office,
walked in, I was like, oh man, this looks familiar. Absolutely.
Yeah. We're constantly evolving, constantly trying to find the cutting edge. And the thing is, like, it all ends up going back to the old style training, old principles. We have to understand what we're looking at and how it's going to affect the athlete. So it's a lot of time invested in that.
Why we're here, it's tradition. Any alumni I talked to that played here back in the day, they go, hey, you guys go to Flagstaff? So many greats have ran this hill. Now we are. Yes, sir. Each week we're gonna keep elevating and get better. Everybody has an image of what they want to be. A college football player, you're not gonna do that by taking the easy way out. You do it through hard work and doing tough things.
Flagstaff Hill, something that I was a part of, some of the hardest days of my life. That's not necessarily a training day. It's more of a mental, can you get through this day? Is that kind of still the same? Or?
Yeah, 100%. But still, everything we do is backed by principles, right? So when we go to Flagstaff Hill, it is a gut check, right? There's a mental aspect to it. So our energy system we're using is a glycolytic run where rest intervals are shorter, intensity is a little bit higher, distance is a little bit longer. Our guys will tell you it's one of the hardest things we do. It's supposed to be, like, it is a gladiator sport. Like, we're not just gonna sit here and work out where you're fully rested, and we have to push the envelope. So when you go out there on Saturdays, you're knocking somebody's head loose.
Coach Stack, appreciate it, man.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Absolutely.
That's it right there. Shocking, and then see what the ball is. There, go. Go.
The goal in spring ball is to really get the guys taught well on technique and fundamentals. Football is a game of inches. You gain those inches through technique, fundamentals, and discipline.
Latch on to him and then slide your feet with it. I'm still square, and then bang, vertical up through. And vertical up through him. See? Better. Don't stop your feet. Now run your feet. Run your feet. So, hey, tough and disciplined. Never understand that. Yes, sir.
Coach Narduzzi is Coach Narduzzi. I love him, obviously. When I came over here, if I didn't love him and really respect him and believe in him and who he is as a football coach.
Yes, half line. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Go back, we've got to bring in Mark D'Antonio into it first. He got the head coaching job at the University of Cincinnati. Defensive coordinator, Pat Narduzzi, the defensive back coach, Harlan Barnett. And we were together there at Cincinnati for 3 years. And then Coach D'Antonio got the job at Michigan State, and he brought all of us up there with him. So we were together for 11 straight years. Then we were away from each other for 11 straight years. Now we're back together.
Bring it back over Michigan State.
No.
I love being on the field with the guys. I don't like it, I love it.
Right. Score! Score! Yes, sir! Yes, sir!
I hardly ever talk about my pro career. I was fortunate enough, however you want to say it, to get drafted by the Cleveland Browns in 1990. So I love physicality.
It's labeled by Harlan Bennett. Oh, pops up the ball.
You can't play like when I played, but you can still go run through somebody's face. And I'm big on that.
Go hit, force. Our momentum is taking you up through him. Everything. Let's go. There we go.
So I say the requirements to play as a safety: be a loud communicator, be a great tackler, be a relentless competitor.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah!
I really love coaching the guys and seeing them get better. I can see it in their eyes, and then you can see, man, they got it.
Got him, Joe! Yes, sir! Yes, sir! Yes, sir! Yes, sir!
Coach Barnett will enter his first season with the Panthers, and Doran, one thing you know you're getting from him is experience, and that's going to be really valuable.
It's awesome to have the experience in the back end and just an extra set of eyes for the defense. Randy Bates retired after last season, so now Corey Sanders will shift to the defensive coordinator spot. We'll look the same a little bit, but there will be some wrinkles of Corey Sanders and his influences on the defense. But one thing that remains the same is the Pitt defense is always tough.
Yeah, nobody tougher than Cruz Brookins, a key member of that Pitt defense, and he sat down with Pat Bostic in our latest edition of Film Focus.
Cruz, this is pretty appropriate. Pitt Duquesne opener. You grew up in Munhall, Steel Valley, a Pitt fan.
Yes, sir.
Watched a lot of guys play this position. I think people know you as a big hitter.
Yeah.
You bring the lumber, but here you are in the pass game, and you know this is an interesting play here because you've got a cut split.
With number 5, he was one of their best players, so they really wanted to get the ball to him quick in space. So I knew that. So you know, I'm just shuffling over instead of like running backwards, but I already knew it was going to happen, so I was able to react.
There's no hesitation. Is that always how you've played, or have you been taught that here at Pitt, or a little bit of both?
I played linebacker when I was a kid, so like we came to balance a lot. So when I got here, it was a like adjustment I had to make. Like Coach Sanders really taught about that, like just taking the right angle to be able to just meet force with power. So that's really one of the biggest things I had to adjust when I got here. So yeah.
We'll head down to Morgantown. Once again, you're in that boundary position.
Yes, sir.
And now you see the total difference, right, between that tackle versus the last tackle. I mean, he is just blocking down right away. What are you seeing on this one?
I mean, it's really a run set. They got 2 tight ends in there, so I know something's up. So when I see him do that little read option, I knew he was coming at me.
You're just thinking taking your shot?
Really, people be thinking like I'm trying to hit him hard, but really in my head, I'm just thinking like, what's the fastest way I can get him down? Sometimes that result into like me hitting hard.
This time Falk keeps it himself. Down by Brookins.
Here's one. That had to be a fun game.
Nah, yeah, the environment was crazy. Like, it felt good, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, it was a big game. Obviously, ACC championship potential on the line for both teams. It's an odd formation. You prepared for this different look? Because I know Georgia Tech throws a lot at you.
Yeah, Georgia Tech had a lot of different formations. So really right here, I just felt run. I don't know really what made me come down this fast, but I just felt it, so it just happened.
If you had your druthers, Cruz, and they said, I want to defend the run or the pass, what would it be?
Definitely the run.
You want to play the run?
Definitely the run.
Because they could play action this and try to run right past you. But how much of what you see back here is what's going on up front? Do you see that or do you feel that?
I feel like sometimes it's more of a feel thing. Like sometimes it might look like this could be a pass, but like I had a feeling right here for sure.
When you pop pads the way you do, that certainly sends a message to the entire football team. You say you want to get better at defending the pass, and we're used to seeing you at 8 yards. This is obviously a second and long passing situation against Syracuse. They were in a lot of these, couldn't really run the football.
There was definitely a high pass team, and then once I seen the running back and the tight end on the same side, we call that max pro. So we know that's a high pass formation.
Reading the quarterback size.
For sure.
And too deep, but he's staring it down. Look at Ghost. Ghost is a guy that played D-tackle.
That's my guy.
Played end last year. Now he's running a Tampa 2 down the middle of the field.
Moving like a DB out there.
He is. Gets his head around.
Yeah.
Almost steals this pick from you.
Almost.
If he had your vertical, I think he might catch it.
He might.
He has time, throws it down the field. Intercepted at the 20-yard line.
Miami game. Obviously, you talk about film study. They had a guy number 10 who got the ball a lot.
Yeah, they did.
Malachi Tony.
We talked about all week, where's 10 at? How can we get to him? And once I seen Beck looking over there, I knew that's who he was trying to go to, so it was just all instinct right there.
If he throws this normal, you're gone.
I'm trying. I wish that was what happened. Man, I would have took that to the crib.
In your head, right? This is one of those plays where obviously you need a play like this in a game like this.
Big rush. Intercepted, and it's Bruce Brookins.
Well, Cruz, I think we got more of these coming.
Yes, sir.
For 2026, but you've given Pitt fans plenty to be excited about.
Yes, sir.
How fired up are you for this upcoming season?
Man, I'm fired up. I'm ready to do it. I'm ready to win it all, for sure.
We are too.
Yes, sir.
Hail to Pitt.
Hail to Pitt.
And it gets knocked away. Great play by Cruz Brookins.
So Cruz Brookins, one of the notable guys on that Pitt defense. Doran, what else excites you about the secondary?
Deshaun Lee's a lockdown corner, a guy who played a lot of football, was a freshman All-American last year. On the other side, at the other corner spot, you have some transfers going to be competing for that spot. Rayon Strader from Auburn, who transferred in. He's a Western PA guy. And also Kanye Thompson, who is a transfer from Slippery Rock, one of the best corners in Division II football last year. So a lot of good competition at that corner spot.
Yeah, and we know it starts up front with the defensive line, and that's where Pitt has a lot of experienced returners coming back.
And they have a great D-line coach, Tim Dowsley. He gets those guys ready. He loves the competition on that defensive line. Zach Crothers, a guy that sat out in the spring. They love him. They love his high motor. Hopefully he'll be a factor this year.
Yeah, and expect the Pitt defense to have another very good season. And we've got more from our 2026 Pitt Football Spring Special right after this.
I feel like it went really good today. You know, came out here, trusted my training. I feel like I did best and just running routes and just having fun out there.
So they went good. Came in doing what I always do, just being competitive and playing fast. Hey, Pitt fans, as always, love it, y'all. It's always gonna be Sharks for life.
I appreciate y'all for, allowing me to come in and, put some smiles on y'all faces. Y'all put some smiles on my face as well. But, I love it here. I always be thankful for Pittsburgh.
And And of course, every young football player has the dream of one day hearing their name called at the NFL draft, and Doran, Pro Day is a key part along that journey.
Yeah, it's the final dress rehearsal for you to showcase your skills to the NFL, and it's all about getting yourself ready and prepared for that big opportunity if the NFL comes knocking.
Well, one Panther who heard his name called at the NFL draft in Pittsburgh this year, Kyle Lewis, going in the 4th round to the Miami Dolphins. It was an awesome 3 days to celebrate the sport of football here in Pittsburgh. Pitt was a big part of that. Let's take a look back on those memorable 3 days of NFL draft weekend.
Welcome to Pittsburgh for the 2026 NFL Draft. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, where the football gods have blessed us with perfect weather. The views immaculate, the city alive. The casino actually had a couple winners walk out of it. Everything is special.
I just want to take a brief moment to thank the entire city of Pittsburgh.
It's good to be home.
And hail to Pitt.
The Miami Dolphins select Kyle Lewis, linebacker, Pittsburgh.
One player's dream is just starting. Another player's dream is ending in Canton. Larry Fitzgerald, the 11th Pro Football Hall of Famer to come out of the University of Pittsburgh. Arguably one of the best wide receivers of all time. A mentor of mine, had a lot of opportunities around Larry to learn from him, to understand the game and how Larry played it. He will get that gold jacket in August.
And for Kyle Lewis, those NFL dreams started in the Pitt linebacker room. Panthers have a new linebackers coach this year as we introduce you to Joe Bowen.
It's a race to improve, man. That's physical aggressive. Great eye control today. You love football? Greatest game in the world.
I think anytime you come into a new environment, you want to be respectful of what's been done here in the past. And so I want to be respectful of the tradition, the history, the defensive play that has taken place here, the linebacker play that's been taking place here. People say if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I try to say if it ain't broke, find a way to make it better.
Shakira said it best, your hips still alive. No false steps. Treat it like a blitz.
We're always chasing edges, right? Where can we find that edge? Be better than we were yesterday, be better than we were before, and continue to improve and evolve in a game in a modern world that is ever changing.
So fight pressure the last second instead of reaching and lunging. Okay, I'm gonna move my feet.
Attacking somebody is about being right. Challenging somebody is about getting it right. Players got to be the ones on Saturdays that go make the plays. And so our job is to put them in situations to be successful.
Okay, DeMarco. It goes thumbs up, knuckles out. Okay, Bray.
Braylon's been tremendous to have him in that room and have a guy who's a proven playmaker.
Hey, Mr. Lovelace, welcome back from the spring break. It's good to have you back.
He knows there's areas in his game that he can really enhance and improve upon, and he really wants to get better. And you got to appreciate that as a new coach coming into the room, having a guy like that in there.
I was wondering why you weren't weak for the run game, but I see it now.
Jeremiah Marshall is a guy who's obviously really showing up consistently, a great communicator, along with Cam Lindsey, a guy who's really making strides.
Okay, Cam. Okay, Cam.
Then some younger guys that people don't know about, and the new guys. There's going to be a lot of guys in the mix here.
Come on. Okay. Okay. All right. So you got to be at your best when your best is required. Critical moments of choice, I got to be at my best.
There's been some tremendous playmakers in this room. You want to continue that trend, and that's what gets you out of bed every day, is maintaining that tradition and making it better.
That's how you play linebacker.
Welcome back to our Pitt Football Spring Special. Doran, special teams, one of 3 facets of the game. Why is it so important?
Special teams is a unit where, you have to compete. If you want to get yourself on the field, if you're a young player, you got to play special teams. You got to find those diamond in the rough players, those young players that are hungry, that want to get on the field, that starts on special teams. We'll see if this unit can compete this year.
Yeah, new faces in kicking and punting for Pitt football this season, so very important to have new special teams coach Mike Prefer. We introduce you to him.
Give me that first group up. Get a ball, get a ball, get a ball. Don't lean, don't lean. Good, that's it right there, good.
Coaching is teaching, so I'm a professor of football. I think it's the greatest team game that's ever been invented. I love working with young people. I love coaching them. I like to see them develop and continue to better, which we're already seeing this spring so far.
That's a really nice ball, Antonio. That's one of your best kicks of the spring.
In the NFL, I did 21 straight years on special teams, and that's my specialty, no pun intended. So that's what I enjoy doing. That's what I think I'm really good at, and that's what I hope I can bring to the table here.
Your effort to go fast, you're like, and you're tossing the ball out there because a couple of those are off your toe.
The most important part of any scheme is the techniques and fundamentals. It's the young man going out and doing it the way we're coaching them to do it. So we're going to focus on that this spring.
I want you to go here and get firm. That's all you got to do.
The great thing about this team is that our head coach has a great respect for special teams, and he gives us the time on the practice field. I've not had this type of time, especially in college.
Boom, left return, force him.
We need time to get good. You can't just roll the ball out there and be good on fundamentals and techniques. So it starts from the top. And after that, the buy-in from the players has been fantastic.
So you're here, this was good, but your hand's down here, and then when he's close enough, that's when you're hitting him. During the downtime, have you guys got any requests? Any songs you want me to sing?
Okay.
During when I'm waiting for my walkthrough or whatever?
Yeah. At least Sweet Caroline can give us one of those.
Well, my family does love Neil Diamond.
If kickers are weird, then I'm weird. I mean, I don't know. I work with them all the time.
And you got to do wall sits for the entire 8 minutes, okay? I'm kidding.
What I like to do is get to know how they kick, how they punt, how they snap, and what I can help them do to be more successful. I'm not going to tell you it's my way or the highway. That's not who I am. But I am going to give them recommendations and suggestions that help them get better.
Nose came up, feel it? Hey, remember, it's quick and smooth.
You got to be a little different breed to run down on kickoff. I've always believed that. And I take great pride in our guys, not only loving covering the kickoff, but doing it the right fundamentals and techniques to put them in position to be successful. Any drill that we do, I've been doing many years because they're very successful drills. For example, on kickoff coverage, we work on defeating the block of a frontline player on kickoff return. You want to sink your hips, you want to dip, strike, get separation off the block, find the ball, and make a play.
Good job cutting them off.
You know, our staff has been great. Our players have been really bought in, and we've worked very hard so far, and we expect that will continue.
A hell of a ball right there.
And Mike Prefer will have the help of his son, Mike Prefer Jr., an assistant on the Pitt Special Teams unit for this year. And Doran, we know having the support of family is very important for anyone on their football journey.
It's huge. Having that family support is big for a young athlete. Let's learn about a local family in Leechburg, Pennsylvania.
Dad, a lot changed since you've been here.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Listen, man, I see this turf here, and I think about me scoring 4 touchdowns. I probably would have scored 5 if I'd have had this turf like this. You know what I mean? Well, right there, I remember sitting there. That was our spot. And I remember you broke the 4,000-yard rushing right then and there, you know, and it makes me think that happened right here. This stadium was packed all because of you, and it was such a gift. Leechburg Blue Devils to a Pitt Panther.
Committing to Pitt was life-changing, man. Since I was a kid, it's always been my dream to be the next person to go Division I from this town, and especially for the last person to be my father. You know, that's just somebody I'm always chasing to be like, you know, and I went and did it, and now, you know, I got to surpass him in what he did, so that's the plan.
Pass is intercepted. It's picked off by Lovelace. He might run it back. Lovelace is gone.
Big time play by the middle linebacker, the Leechburg native.
It was so emotional for me to see him fulfill his dreams and want to be there. You know, it's almost like I'm playing on the field because I support him. I don't care what number he's wearing, I'm wearing it. If he's in the building, I'm in the building. I can tell you that. You gave me that opportunity to do it, and without him and Pitt giving us that opportunity, I'm joyful and forever grateful. One of my biggest games, I loved him. He jumped into the California game, and he started, and he balled out.
And Mendoza is sacked thanks to the presence of folks like Braylon Lovelace.
Sharks eat, man, Sharks eat.
Against the #1 quarterback, Mendoza, he made hell for him, you know, which I was proud of.
I'm trying to know what you was doing out here. Everybody's talking about me. They know what I did, but...
Look, I either ran you over or ran by you. It was finding a big boy from Leechburg that could run a 4.5. That's what was happening.
I'm always going to be hard on him because he's my little boy for the rest of his life. But I'm proud to be a Pitt parent for him, and I love everything that he does. Continue to be a product, not a problem, and keep smiling. When he stops smiling, we stop playing football. That's the way I look at it. I still push him. That I think that I'm still faster and I'm still quicker. That's the way I look at it.
Now, Doran, let's take a look at Pitt football's schedule for this fall. They open up with 4 home games. What else stands out to you when you look at the schedule?
North Carolina playing Bill Belichick at home. That's going to be an exciting game. First time we'll be able to see Bill Belichick play against the Panthers. In Virginia Tech, that's on a Friday night. It's in Blacksburg. Narduzzi, Franklin, give it to me all day.
Well, I want to thank our outstanding Pitt Studios crew, the All-American Doran Dickerson, Jason Earl signing off. Thanks again for tuning in to our 2026 Pitt Football Spring Special.